So at work, I try to pray for people who need prayer and who need healing. And I've been praying for one of my friends who had diabetes. So we've been praying, because the last time I healed someone with diabetes, it took like 12 rounds of prayer. So we've been praying, and some of his stuff is, because he has like back pain and knee pain, they're getting better slowly. And this used to frustrate me, but God wants to like make big moves and changes in people's lives for the better. And so sometimes, even though you want to do one small things, there are intricate parts that God also wants to maneuver. And if you're willing, he'll use you to help maneuver big changes. So I used to be frustrated at first, and now I just try to be enduring for the process. As long as they have patience, I will spend the patience to help bring their lives closer to God, which also makes their life more fulfilled. So if their life wasn't getting more fulfilled, I would question whether or not I was actually working with God and not my imagination. So it's good to work with God, track the results, and double check the entire process as it's completed. So we healed like a bunch of his back and stuff, and then he said, like the next day, well, we only healed so much of my back, but then I found this medicine that like really, really helped. And at first I was kind of like, man, like, I wish the healing did more. But he reminded me that like, God works with the miracles, he works with medicine, he works with life changes. Because we also found out he wasn't tightening his shoes. If you work on your feet a lot, you want your shoelaces to be really tight, because then it just, your feet aren't like sliding around and causing your knees to shake and your back to shake. And so you have everything's much more solid and there's much less pain. But anyway, back to the medicine. So he's like, oh, I found this medicine, now everything's great. And I was a little bit sad. I was like, I want this superpower I have to grow and become bigger and stronger. But okay, God's working. He's working in magnificent ways, in spiritual ways, in mundane ways. Like, all right, okay. And then we're talking, and I'm like, you know what? I think God really is here. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, I prayed for my friend's mom, and some things got healed and some things didn't. But then she found this medicine that really helped her. And then I prayed for my my other friend at work, and what did he have? He had to use a cane. He had something was wrong. Some birth defect. And then he said, and then after I prayed for him, he found a medicine, I think it was for his knees. And then suddenly he was able to walk much better. And then I had this other friend with cerebral palsy. So his back was like way bent over. And I prayed for him a couple times, and like, I swear he stood a little straighter after that. It wasn't as bad. And he said when he went to work out, it was much better too. He felt like he could do a lot more. And I was still a little disappointed, but later he told me he found some medicine that made him even better. And I was like, that's 4 people. 4 people I prayed for that suddenly within like a week or 2 of me praying for them found some medicine that made things better. And I was like, wow, I guess I shouldn't feel so sad that this like isn't working the way I want it to, but at least it is in fact working. So I wanted to share that. I thought that was an interesting story.